Hi everyone, today is Polework day for all our horses, so we thought we'd put a little bit of video together just showing you some of the exercises that we use. Today we've used Bren to show you some of those exercises, and I hope you find it useful. And don't forget to like and subscribe. So today we've got the poles out and all the horses have done some pole work. We really love using Polework because it's a great way of keeping the horses and things a bit fresh and interesting for you both. When you're setting out the poles in different patterns, really helps with your horse's coordination. You're conditioning their muscles, so it's a great exercise. They're working just a little bit harder to step over the poles and also going round and through the poles. And as they get stronger, you can increase the amount of poles and the repetitions that you're doing. So before you do any ridden poles, I'd always say start on the ground first. And if you look in the top left corner, there's a link to one of our videos where we're doing in-hand pole work. So it'll be really useful to watch that. Remember when you start the pole work to always build up your exercises slowly. Your horse will be engaging muscles he isn't used to using. And even if he's not puffing, he may well be feeling the strain. We want the horse to stretch forwards and down with his neck and lifting that back with a nice swing. So another really easy exercise to put out, and you only need a few poles for this, is the Stickman. And you can walk this, and there's so many combinations that you can use. It's great for suppling, coordination. You can do it any which way, and even if the poles, aren't exactly spaced out, it's great because the horse has got to coordinate and find its way through. So it's a super exercise. You can also do this in trot, and if you just want to use the centre pole, you can do some canter circles with simple changes through the pole in the middle. So there's endless possibilities with that exercise. Polework is brilliant for improving their balance and proprioception. It really increases bend and the flexibility through their body. It improves rhythm and coordination. It engages their back and their hindquarters and builds a really good top line. They also develop suppleness, elasticity and a range of motion of their limbs and joints. It really encourages the horse to become lighter in front and lift up the forehand. It also improves the stride lengthening and collection. So today we've got Tails, and Tails is a little bit older and a little bit more experienced. So I wanted to kind of show you where you could take the poles from the point with the other horses that may be a little bit more basic. You can see that he's going through some raised trot poles really nicely. He does these quite a lot, so he's really used to it. With the raised trot poles, what I would say is don't expect to get to that level straight away. Take your time and build to that. This horse is used to doing it, so it's quite easy for him, but don't try and expect to get to that level straight away. We've also got him going in and around and over poles just to try and find a nice rhythm. We've put out a circle of poles, and that's to help us with our canter rhythm, because as we start to go through the jumps in a moment, you will see that we really want to build on that lovely canter rhythm. And then we're coming to do the bounce, and the bounce is what we first do. You'll see that we've set out just the poles because we want to find a nice canter rhythm through those poles to begin with, and then we build the exercise up. Now, whenever you do anything that encourages your horse to collect in any way, you then must allow the horse to stretch. And what you'll see we've done is we've built up to a grid of bounces, and then after that we've allowed the horse to stretch using a spread. So it's like lateral work. If you do a lot of lateral work, you also then need to allow your horse to go forwards after. So you don't finish on bounces, you don't finish on raised poles, you don't finish on doing lateral work. You always allow the horse to stretch out after. The best thing about pole work is that you can be as creative as you like. There's endless possible exercises for you and your horse, keeping it exciting and interesting.